Hey everyone, back. This is the Life Skills Guy by Mark Zuber. And today we are going to just talk about um, what we need to do to look forward to each day. Sometimes the weeks get long and we have to like work on our skills. No matter how many times you've been in Um, you had to, how many years you've had teaching. This is your first year, it's your last year, any year in between. You have to try to figure out and do some new things. It's a process. And I'm not talking just about like your curriculum changes or your new mandates from the law in special ed or in regular ed or testing rules or anything like that, because that's always going to change. And we're always going to feel that pressure and that stress. But you want to try to learn to how to reinvent yourself every so often. And I say that as someone who had to do that many times. This is 24 years. And when the burnout rate is like 3 years in the life skills classroom, um, you need to find new challenges and to personal growth. Now, whether that is for some, it's schooling. Like you like to go to school and learn all that. And others, it's just personal challenges. Maybe it is outside of school, but I'm talking more a lot about the ones in the classroom. So every so often, I have to take a look at myself and figure out, okay, so what is something that's going to be different that I haven't done in a lot of years, or what's something new that we can do that the kids are going to maybe enjoy, or something that I can demonstrate to others. So one of the things that we do here actually started with COVID, which is kind of ironic, but it turned out to be a really good thing. We started really to focus on technology. Um, because when you think of a life skills classroom, you think of hands-on. But actually, the one part we kind of don't deal with a lot sometimes is the technology aspect. In some ways, it's because it's misused uh, for whatever reason. It's given as a reward, and then obviously it's not. Then behavior starts, so we don't want to use that. And sometimes it's just okay, so they don't type or they don't know how to move the mouse. And so we try to steer away from that. But at the same time, we have to learn these kids have to learn how to use technology in this world. A lot of them want to. I mean, they want to go on YouTube. They want to text their friends. They want to, excuse me, they want to like go and do different things. They want to this, that, and the other. So we got to do that. And one of the things we had to learn is we had to get on Zoom. So we taught the kids how to do Zoom, and it sparked this idea of mine. And we started to do Zoom. We started to work on Zoom. We started to work on sending emails. We started, FaceTiming type things. And then it realized that, you know what? The kids in the building are doing great things, not just with technology, but in general. But if I want to change people's minds of what is possible for children with disabilities, I have to make sure that I am almost advertising that. I want to change people's minds. Now, there's a slight problem. Some of your kids that you have the parents don't want there to be social media. And that is fine. And I'm not advocating for it to be put on social media. But you can still do that within the context of the confines of the district, as long as it stays in the district. And my mind was, I'll start here. I'm going to start here. I'm going to build a understanding. These kids, where they came from and where they're at now with the middle level. And then I'm going to build a substance place where when they get to the high school, people will know who they are, what they're capable of, so they have that much of advantage going forward. So what we did was we started to videotape some of the skills that they learned or what they wanted to demonstrate. It didn't always have to be something they were able to do. It could be their personality, like a joke teller. It could be something they wanted to show, like singing or like an instrument or something. So we had a little TV show called On the Swift. So we did that, and we're still doing that. This is like 5 years running. So every month or two, we would videotape the kids, and it would be, anywhere from minutes, seconds to a few minutes, depending on what we had the child do. And we would have them demonstrate skills that they learned, skills, opportunities that they learned. They want to demonstrate jokes, their personality. So people got to know who they were. First episode of the year is always the same. It's always interviews. It's always getting to know the kid. And then we build from there. Then it came up with the idea with special editions. So we put out there, maybe recapping, going interviewing some of the former students that we had. So when a kid student is never done with the program, we put them in the Hall of Fame. There's a Hall of Fame, yeah. So those are never lost. And then we put those kids in the Hall of Fame, and they're always there. Then we also put, so we recap that. And then we also put special accomplishments in that special edition. We put things like pictures of things that we do in the classroom, special edition. We added different pages, the art edition. There were also different things that we put in there. Like this year, we had one child wanted to go above and beyond, and we used his strengths. We found what he wanted. He came in very shy, not wanting to do things. He ended up asking, "Can I do something like this?" And we said yes. And so he's learning how to speak out. He's learning how to communicate. So he has his own talk show. So he interviewed somebody, put it on the show. And he also has a trivia question because he loves trivia, or a would you rather type question. So we put that challenge out. So what we end up doing is we're ending up promoting the child. We're promoting this idea that these kids can do so much more than what people end up thinking they can do. We want to change minds. We want to change. Now, I'm not saying that people don't think they can do things, but I'm saying the limitations, we want to eliminate those thoughts that they're not even trying. They can't do this, that, and the other. Because just like every other kid, these kids sometimes will play you and think that they can't do certain things. So we are promoting them. We are saying this is what they're able to do. This is what they can get forward. This is how good they are doing stuff. And in the end, they can be proud of their product. They love it. They watch it. So we reinvented ourselves. We did this. We do this. And it's really come and challenged ourselves. This year, we just talked about the election. It's the first time we had like really a president and election. And we did that. We had an election in class. It was my first time. And we did election voting, went through the whole process. We had president of this classroom. And I put me and another staff member up. We had our two VPs. They voted. I lost. But we had promise campaigns and all that. And then it challenged me to do something for me. I did mine, and I put an AI generator thing for a person speaking. I've never done that. But it's challenging me. And that's going back to my original thing, is that you have to challenge yourself. You have to find the good. You have to find something to work for. Like this TikTok video program and the YouTube channel. I am trying to pass along wisdom. It is something I need to do for me to pass along to everybody else. It's a challenge for me. So what I'm trying to quickly to say is, anybody out there who's in this field, it wears on you. I can guarantee you. Some days are better than others, but you need to find an outlet. Every year, you got to find, every year, every other year, you need to find a challenge. Mix it up. Find something different. Find something to mix it up. Find a new path. Find something within the program. Find something that you can do to say, hey, let's try this. It might not work, but if you try something new, you work on something different, it breaks up the monotonous, and you will end up enjoying it a little bit more. All right. Well, hey, thanks for sticking around. I am the life skills guy, Mark Zuber, and I thank you for paying attention and for being here. And if you have any questions, please contact me. All right. Have a wonderful day. All right. Bye-bye.